try, baby.
Oh, baby. So I changed up the game room and I said I'd do a quick video here and also include some sexy wrists for Super Nintendo. You know, he gets a lot of free advertising on this bloody channel, so he owes me a lot. So anyway, on with the tour. I moved to the table that I had the TV on and I actually placed that in behind the windowsill, got rid of the curtains, and I pretty much put all my collectibles, memorabilia and storage there. I had a lot of boxes and a lot of mess in the room, but really, I'm actually quite glad of what I've done here, and I've cleaned it all up, and I've got storage for controllers, storage for cables and all that stuff, as well as I said, as all my collectibles and everything else. There's Metroid Dread, really enjoyed that last year. Top here is a display of some more collectibles and some game guides, which I really like picking up. Oh, I said pick up. Anyway, as I said before, my collection is the games and everything that I want personally. I'm not the type of collector that buys every sort of shite. I just buy the games that I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out a game from each generation here that I have. First up is Metal Gear Solid, the Legacy Collection, which includes 4 games. And this, of course, is the sound I'm all too familiar with. Anyway, that's MGS Collection, 4 classic games. Let's take a look now at my PS1 collection. It's tiny, but still, I have the few games that I want. And of course, one of my favorite games on the system being Final Fantasy VII. And to be honest, I think the series really hasn't recovered since then. I haven't really enjoyed anything else. Anyway, let's move on again. PS2, a little bit more here in the PS2. And yeah, I'm a real fan of Cold Winter for the PS2. Now, a lot of people have heard it, but basically it's a bit like GoldenEye, except it's way more violent. But yeah, really cool game. I've covered that yonks ago on the channel, I think. Okay, moving down to Ps4 Ps3. Yeah, I've got a good set of these. Some Vita games there over as well. Let's pick out the PS4 game, which I think you may have missed out on. It's Mad Max. Yeah, really enjoyable. As long as you kind of drive through the game and don't get caught up in all the kind of side fluff. The main campaign is actually really enjoyable and it's really faithful to the movies. Speaking of movies, here's a bunch of 4K and Blu-ray discs of some of my favorite movies. Moving over then to storage on the left, I've got more collectibles here. Kind of a mix, a mishmash of everything. But let's hover over to one of my favorite games ever.
You're getting very greedy. You are me, Wario. You're very handsome. You have amazing powers. Plunder and pillage pirates' treasure. Bag a bazillion coins. Buy me a castle bigger than Mario's. Repeat after me. I'm the bad guy in Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, where being bad is good and greed is good. Come and get it on Game Boy, greedy.
And you know what? I used to have a cassette tape that had that ad on it. It came with a magazine, I think a Nintendo magazine way back. But anyway, that's Wario Land, best game in the Game Boy in my opinion. Let's move on to the Xbox 360. Let's pick out a bad boy called Bioshock 1 and 2. This is actually the Ultimate Rapture Edition. It was very rare to get on the Xbox, so I'm really glad to have that one. Anyway, Bioshock is amazing. One of the best games on the system, in my opinion. We move on to original Xbox, and yeah, Urban Chaos Riot Response. Whip out this bad boy because I absolutely love this game. I've done a video on this before. Really underrated first-person shooter made by Rocksteady. Moving down again, I'm going to look at some Xbox One next and pick out another, let's call it a 7 out of 10 game. That's Crackdown 3. Yeah, this game got massive hate when it came out. Do you know what? It's actually a lot of fun and it's really enjoyable for what it is. Moving up to the GameCube then, of course, because you can hear the banging soundtrack in the back.
Head to the go-go, baby!
It's Beautiful Joe, one of the best games on the GameCube in my opinion. And balls hard game to note. Moving down to Switch then, we got picking out Ion Fury, covered that on the channel before, excellent FPS, kind of built similar to 3D Ram's engine, something like Duke 3D. Wii U then, Zombie U, best game of the system in my opinion, uses the Wii U gamepad so well. Moving over to the Wii, and I'm picking out Wario Land, Shake Dimension, great game, great platformer, and sadly the last real kind of Wario Land platformer that Nintendo have released. On to 3DS, Deadly Silence, one of the best versions of Resident Evil, the original game. And then my recently discovered Master System, And it actually is Castle Evolution because myself and Mrs. Hapes have been playing it so much since we got it. On to Dreamcast. And yeah, I mean, Silver, an absolutely brilliant RPG that nobody's heard of. I did a video on that as well on the channel. And lastly, just a cleanup of the setup I have. So this is my PC. And I've got my PS5 and Xbox Series X connected up there as well. Of course, I'm playing Quake, the classic FPS, and that's where all the streams happen, all the video editing happens, and all the wrist action happens. Jim. On to the actual main cabinet I got itself. Now I got this in B&Q. You can get these in IKEA also, which actually Dave Nolan originally gave me the idea because he showed off his game room. So yeah, I really like these units. It's giving me lots and lots of space to put in my consoles. I kind of treated the bottom left just to put in the kind of the controllers I want to have on hand outside of main storage. So I've got the Xbox original, 360, Dreamcast, PS3, PS2, got some mini consoles, the PS Vita TV in the back end there, N64, GameCube, Nintendo Wii, Wii U, Nintendo Switch, Mega Drive. And I'm waiting for my SNES to come back, and I will be doing a video on the repair story for that one. And then of course my latest and greatest, which was the Master System, which I picked up, and in the back end here of course I'm playing Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. And yeah, that's it guys, a brief look at the game room. Enjoy my feet.